You don't celebrate Christmas? Why not? You're not Jewish. Since when? Your whole life? I don't believe you. Welcome to Shut Up Football. I'm Jeff Stoltzfus, that's Kevin, and this week we're talking about Carson Wentz's ability to reproduce. Joe Buck is not a doctor, and I finally learned how to pronounce Tua's last name. Maybe. As we take a look back at Week 15 of the NFL season. Hit it! Well, Urban Meyer was fired. Shocking, I know. All the man did was win. I mean, not in the NFL, but elsewhere, I'm told. It's not his fault the team sucked just because he was in charge of everything at every level. He did everything right. Like hiring Tim Tebow to play tight end. Meyer knew that tight ends are expensive, and Tim Tebow is worthless. Or when he kicked kicker Josh Lambo. How else do you coach someone how to kick something? He probably kicked him and then was like, like that, but through the uprights. And then called him a dipshit. But sure, there had been some bumps along the way, like when he hired a maybe racist, or let a girl young enough to be his daughter dry hump his lap with her butt in public. Meyer is a winner, despite the fact, and this is true, if you type Urban Meyer winner into Google, it asks you this. Damn, even Google is against him. Meyer later apologized to the city of Jacksonville. I think we have a clip of that. I'm sorry. Hey, if you like football and you know it, like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. 'Cause why not? And now it's time to take a look back, all the way back to last week. It's time for the recap. Chiefs, Chargers. Mahomes had a decent night's work. 410 yards, 3 touchdowns. Offensive tackle Rashawn Slater was replaced by Trey Pipkins, which sounds like a hipster hobbit. Kelsey did fuck all with Derwin James on the field, but once he left with a hamstring injury, the stats came hard. 2 touchdowns, 191 yards. A terrifying moment as tight end Donald Parham was knocked cold. There's nothing funny about that. But then Joe Buck said this.
The last thing we would ever do is speculate about any injury, especially that type. But when you see his arm shaking and his hand shaking on his way out, that's the part that's most unnerving. I will just add this. It is very cold, at least by Los Angeles standards.
Really? Thanks, Dr. Buck. Guess that extra large head of yours isn't holding a brain. Maybe it's just an elaborate Airbnb. His limbs are shaking because it's kinda cold by LA standards. They're not taking him to Merv's to find a fucking sweater. He's going to the hospital for trauma. I hate to speculate that this is the dumbest thing I've ever heard anyone say ever, but even by LA standards, you sound like an idiot. I know you get paid to talk, but I'll give you $100 right now to shut the fuck up. Thankfully, Parham was later released and is on the mend. Patriots, Colts. Jonathan Taylor did all the work. 170 yards and a touchdown. Mac Jones was intercepted by Darius Leonard, who gave a stiffy to a man on the return. Wentz only threw for 57 yards. With his arm well rested, his other body parts took the spotlight. After a play, Wentz had words with Matt Judon. What did he do? Nobody knows. Not even Matt Judon. Wentz said he questioned his ability to reproduce. What? What the hell does that mean? Did Judon say, "You can't have babies"? Gotta say, I've heard worse. Or did Judon sneak a shot? You'd think he'd remember that. Probably a matted mess of orange, like someone stuck a firecracker in a jack-o'-lantern. If Judon so much as grazed his freckled pale baby button, unacceptable! Throw flag. Throw all the flags. Dig up Betsy Ross to sew new ones and throw those too. And then, throw Betsy. Or maybe there's something more. Perhaps it's not as simple as one would imagine. Perhaps this is why Carson refused to go into specifics. Could it be that after watching Jonathan Taylor's hardened body rush for 9 Brazilian yards, Carson decided the future lay not in his loins, but in the unison of their DNA? An ungodly alliance forged through science. Thus, he detailed a plan to create a lineage of super athletes made from Mama and Papa Wentz and Taylor, written down on the back of a cocktail napkin and hastily shoved within his pants prior to the game. And this is what Matt Judon nearly destroyed. Damn it, Judon, you don't mess with a man's ability to reproduce. An army of terrifying Frankenwentzes. Panthers, Bills. Kicker Zane Gonzalez injured his hamstring during warm-up and missed the game. With no backup, the team held open tryouts, and it went not so good. Somebody call Urban Meyer. I heard he's got one hell of a leg. Dipshit. But they didn't try everyone, did they? One option was noticeably absent just because he wasn't human. Mascot, Sir Purr, the Panthers mascot. This cat / also bear when he needs to be / agent of chaos dropped a Bills video prior to the game that showed off his many talents. Somebody tee one up laces out and let him try. Josh Allen played on a sprained ankle, but you don't need ankles to throw touchdowns. I mean, you actually do. Cam had a tougher day. The Panthers' offensive line is for display purposes only. Despite giving lap dances to defensive linemen, Cam was able to squirt one out for a touchdown run. After Allen connected with Diggs for a touchdown, offensive lineman Spencer Brown drank a beer, which looked boss as hell, but probably left the huddle stinking of hops, and his chest hair frozen with Coors Light or whatever terrible shit they serve at Highmark Stadium. Cardinals, Lions. Just when you thought you knew your asshole from a hole in the ground, this happened. The Lions pulled the Cardinals' swimming shorts down at the public pool in front of all the girls. Embarrassing to say the least, saddling them with a nickname that will haunt them throughout high school. Girls don't know about shrinkage. Jared Goff was sharp, efficient, and tough, hitting St. Brown, Reynolds, and some fucking guy named Kabinda for touchdowns. Practice squad darling and discount DeAndre Swift, Craig Reynolds ran for 112 yards. They were hungrier than us, Kyler Murray said, and I have to agree. The Lions were a Chinese buffet, and the Cardinals were one depressing sloppy Joe. The Lions might just be the best 2-11-1 team in the NFL. Jets, Dolphins. I want to see the shovel the Miami Dolphins used to dig out of a 1-7 hole. They've won 6 straight games. I can think of a few other teams that could use a shovel guy. All right, fair is fair, Tua. I'll say it. Tungo Vailoa. You know, it's actually not that hard. Now I want to hear you say Stoltzfus. Duke Johnson has been sucked into the running back black hole. Sunday, he was activated, and it was his black hole that found the end zone. He had 107 yards and 2 touchdowns. Tungo Vailoa threw a touchdown to defensive lineman Christian Wilkinson. They say dance like no one is watching. He did. Cowboys, Giants. Yes, destroy each other. Mike Glennon threw 3 interceptions in this game. Not exactly a surprise. The Cowboys have a quarterback who can run and throw. The Giants have one that can reach the fruits of tall trees without his hands. He's a drought. Trevon Diggs had his 10th interception this year. The man swallowed concentrated gravity. Don't throw jump balls his way. Did they just put Micah Parsons at cornerback? The hell, man? Is he in the stands selling hot dogs too? Jake Fromm played trash time and might just get the start next week. Why not? I've heard worse ideas, like starting Mike Glennon. Titans, Steelers. This game was less fun than watching birthing instructional videos in a foreign language. The Steelers' offense was a dog's chew toy. Sure, your jaw will get a workout, but there's no nutritional value, and if you don't eat something real soon, you'll die. Najee Harris averaged 1.5 yards on 12 carries. No receiver topped 40 yards. No quarterback threw a touchdown. Ha ha ha! Wide receiver and man with head fingers Julio Jones returned to the field and was promptly injured. Deontay Foreman ran for 108 yards. You'd think that mattered. But the Titans gave up 3 fumbles and an interception. You give away that many presents, you better be Santa. Roethlisberger said, I think we still have a pulse, which he's shown before is his only requirement. Texans, Jaguars. The Jaguars may have jettisoned their captain, but this is a big ship, and it's going to take a while to turn this bitch around. After weeks of digging with a rock hammer and crawling through shit, James Robinson was free of Shawshank. This is a movie reference from 1994. He burst into the end zone, but he wasn't alone. Some dillhole wearing a Jaguars jersey and a blonde wig ran onto the field. Oh, Florida man, your hijinks know no bounds. Honestly, I'm just surprised he wasn't riding an alligator filled with fireworks and bath salts. Tremont Smith had a 98-yard kick return for a touchdown. He cut through the Jaguars special teams like a hot Moses through butter. Red Sea, knife, damn it! Damn it! Jags cornerback Tyson Campbell fed from Davis Mills' hands like a baby deer. Despite the interception, the Texans outplayed the Jaguars again. Cook's been cooking, and baby giraffe Davis Mills has played better than Trevor Lawrence this year. A new coach will help tremendously, but I still think we're too quick to dismiss the fact that he might just be some kind of reverse Samson. Get him a seat in that LeBron barbershop and let's workshop this.
Bengals, Broncos.
Burrow found Tyler Boyd looking lonely and gave him the keys to the house. At the 1-yard line, Javonte Williams was nearly tackled, but his ankles said, fuck no. Those ankles have some mouth. Chaos ensued on one very metaphorical play, as both teams fought hard over who would fumble the game away. But the difference in this game came down to a rookie kicker. Evan McPherson, from 58 yards out, set a franchise record. He had 2 more field goals in this one. He's hit 9 50-plus yard field goals this year. Kickers do matter, except in fantasy football.
Falcons, 49ers.
Falcons fans didn't have much to cheer about. It was a circus of failure and the Falcons were the clowns. Cordero Patterson didn't do jack. He was shut down, as if the Niners watched tape of weeks 1 through 14 and were like,
This guy's good.
Matt Ryan got the occasional chunk play, but the Niners defense only bent, save for 1 touchdown when Russell Gage got tall and mossed a guy. Kyle Juszczyk said that Coach Shanahan told them not to celebrate because of the quick turnaround for next week's game. You heard Coach Fun Buckets. Dancing is illegal in this town. Now hit the sheets and dream of winning me a Super Bowl.
Packers, Ravens.
This game was an assault on my senses. All 5 plus common. It was like someone dipped Sun Tzu's Art of War in LSD and punched me in the throat with it. 5 stars. Aaron Rodgers threw a touchdown to everyone with hands. Tyler Huntley might be store-brand Lamar Jackson, but he's pretty good. He had 4 touchdowns and could have won the game. Tied late. They were 1 extra point away from overtime. The same thing happened 2 weeks ago. Did Coach Harbaugh learn from it? Hell no. This ain't a parable. Best kicker in the league? Fuck that. Put the ball in the hands of this undrafted backup quarterback.
What?
He wants to win now. He's all balls. Extra large pizza with testosterone. All gas. No brakes. 100-mile-per-hour high octane. Oh shit, we just lost. No! Am I a joke to you?
Saints, Buccaneers.
Tom Brady had an off day, and after Godwin, Evans, and Fournette all left with the boo-boos, the hemorrhaging couldn't be contained. The Bucs were shut out. Brady fumbled. Things got so bad they let Keyshawn Vaughn see the field.
Has anyone seen my Surface tablet? Oh, there it is. No, Tommy, no!
Meanwhile, Taysom Hill and the Saints offense practiced the fine art of barely enough.
You feel those abs?
Yeah, they're very impressive.
Not bad for a 44-year-old, huh? How old are you?
I'm also 44.
Holy shit.
The key to the night was pressure off the line. Brady's used to a nice clean pocket. But Cam Jordan and company made Brady's pocket a filthy, uncomfortable mess. After Brady was intercepted, he told the Saints sideline to go fuck themselves. Strong words for a man with a Denny's menu strapped to his arm. Everybody applauds Tom Brady for winning, but it turns out he might also be a really shitty loser too.
Raiders, Browns.
Kurt Warner came down from space to call this game. Due to a COVID outbreak, the Browns were minus Baker Mayfield, Jarvis Landry, Jadeveon Clowney, and several others you don't even care about. I could just make names up. Robbie Johansson, Deshaun McQuack. Nick Mullins got the start, and in a week with COVID for all, that sounded not so bad. Rub-a-dub-dub, it's Nicholas Chubb. 91 yards and a touchdown, Chubby. Mullins kept the game within reach, hitting Harrison Bryant for a touchdown and making his mother proud, assuming she's still alive, and I hope she is. Carr went long, but should have known better than to throw one at a man named after Sin. Greedy Williams put palms to pigskin, then he fed one to Hunter Renfrow. Eat up, middle-aged baby. But the Raiders got one more chance. In the end, kicker Daniel Carlson put a crease on it, vacuum sealed for the win.
Vikings, Bears.
The Vikings did not bring their A game, but they didn't need to beat this sea of a team. What? Their logo is a sea. The Bears attempted some cunning out-of-the-box plays, like a fake handoff to no one. Cousins threw a beautiful deep ball to not his teammate. Look at the separation. Hakeem Hicks brought the pressure hard up the middle. Where did he go to college again?
The only player ever drafted in the common draft era out of the University of Regina.
Man, he really punctuated the vagina on that one. But those of us that attended affectionately call it the U of V, proudly located in Pennsylvania. Nagy was flagged for unsportsmanlike conduct. Apparently, he said some nasty shit to an official, like "go fuck yourself, fucky," or maybe he just called him a Bears fan.
Seahawks, Rams.
Russell Wilson is either an MVP or road apples, and no one seems to know why. Is it the moon? Someone check the tide charts. We got a mystery to solve. Wilson had no touchdowns and threw a pick. The Rams defense set up a permanent colony on his junk. 2 Coopers, 1 Cup put on a show. He's just a touchdown machine stuck in the on position. The fans lit up the officiating again in this one, but I'm just so dang tired of it. I'm just gonna lie down. Just roll me into the woods.
Eagles, football team.
Tight end Dallas Goedert showed up to the stadium dressed like an elf, which is a big improvement over his usual look. A used sock. Despite the league pushing the game back 54 hours, neither Tyler Haneke nor backup Kyle Allen cleared COVID protocols. Instead, Washington would be led by a half-empty bag of potato chips found by the side of the interstate. After an early lead, the team that shall not be named melted into a pool of sadness. Miles Sanders flossed the defense. He had 131 yards and smelled minty fresh. Jalen Hurts pushed 2 at the goal line. Sneaky, sneaky. Then he tossed one to Greg Ward, wiping the taste of hope from Washington's slack-jawed mouths. It's over, you Potomac Crossing sons of bitches. It was a meaningless game. Neither one of these teams are bound for the playoffs, but everyone wants to finish the year off right. Good God, let this year end. And that's our show. Thank you so much for watching Shut Up Football. This is the last show of the year. We'll be back soon, though, with more content, including some fantasy stuff. We will catch you next time. Peace!
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys. It sound right, boy.
Oh, shit, baby. I got to get my reading. These are dirty. Reading glasses on so I can see. Someone clean these. Kevin, can you please clean my glasses? I will fire you. I know you have children. I will fire